in an office shows Philip Seymour Hoffman as Joe King sitting at his office desk, along with John Belushi, Chris Farley, Bill Hartman, and Norm Macdonald sitting in chairs across from the desk. Over the intercom, Jan Hook says, "Sure, it's Dr. King!" Hoffman, "What do you want, Miss Hooker?" Hooks, "Gilda Radner wants to join the casual impromptu hangout going on in your office." Hoffman, "For Christ's sake, tell her she can join the old boys club when she has a cock." Hoffman looks at Belushi and says, "Can you believe her?" Belushi, "That crazy bitch." Radner enters the office. "Mr. King?" Hoffman, "It's sure as Dr. King, Radner. What do you want?" Radner, "We have an issue regarding Buck Henry." Farley, "What does that nerd want?" Radner, "Well, remember during his monologue last episode where he said he wasn't going to leave? It looks like he's serious. He won't leave the stage." Hoffman, "Well, he's got to leave. We have John Quincy Adams up next, the former president. We can't have Buck screwing it up. Gilda, go out there and try to seduce him. And Philly, how about you go with her in case he likes men? I can't remember with him." Hartman, "Why would I do that for you?" Hoffman, "Because Gilbert Gottfried is breathing down your neck for your spot in the cast. Now beat it." Hartman gets up, rolls his eyes, and leaves the room with Radner. Over the intercom, Jan Hook says, "Sure, it's Dr. King. President Kennedy is here to see you." Hoffman, "Is it St. Patty's Day again already? Am I right, Normie?" McDonald, "That's right, Dr. King." Hoffman, "Normie, please add a juris in front of the doctor part so I don't get confused with the reverend." "Okay, Miss Hooker, send him in." John Kennedy enters the office. Applause, applause, applause. Hoffman looks out at the dead studio audience and says, Okay, easy. He didn't even finish one term. Relax." Hoffman turns to Kennedy and says, "Hello, Mr. President. What's up? As you can see, I'm very busy here, neck deep in Buck Henry's bullshit. Okay, how can I help you?" Kennedy, "Well, you see, Mr. King." Hoffman, It's sure as Dr. King." Kennedy, "Cut the crap, Joe. Now, what was with your monologue last episode?" Hoffman, "What about it?" Kennedy, "It was a two-timer's monologue, and no one called me, and I'm a two-timer." Hoffman, "So the rumors about Marilyn are true then, huh?" Kennedy, "No, you idiot. I mean, I'm a two-time host of the show." Belushi, "Boss, how could you forget about President Kennedy?" Hoffman, "Whoops, I'm sorry about that, Jackie." Kennedy, "Mr. President." Hoffman, "Mr. President, okay, but I've been juggling a lot here producing this show. I have an impending writer's strike, and I've had this asshole Buck Henry bitching and moaning to me about hosting a second time, and I threw it together at the last minute, and I must have forgotten to remind Normie to call you up." McDonald, "Oh, shit, that's right. I'm the booker for some reason." Kennedy, "Well, just don't let it happen again." Hoffman, "You're absolutely right, okay? I don't know what happened, okay? We'll try to fit you in the next one, all right? Now, did you hear we got John Quincy Adams tonight?" Kennedy, "Only if you can get rid of Buck Henry. All the scuttlebutt outside is that he refuses to leave." Farley looks up at Kennedy and says, "Mr. Kennedy?" Kennedy looks down at Farley and says, "Yes, Chris?" Farley, Remember when you were the president and you oversaw the Bay of Pigs invasion?" Kennedy, "Yep, I sure do." Farley, Did you kill all the pigs? Or are there any left?" Kennedy, "Okay, well, I gotta go. Just don't forget me next time." Kennedy leaves. Hooks over the intercom says, "Sure, it's Dr. King. Your writers are here to see you." Hoffman, "Shit, here we go. Send them in." Michael O'Donoghue, Tom Tavis, and Herb Sargent enter the office. Sargent looks out at the dead studio audience and asks, What, no applause? Hoffman, Gilda didn't get any either, okay? What do you guys want? Davis, as you may have heard by now, the Writers Guild is going on strike. Hoffman, well, with all of you being dead, what does that mean for us? O'Donoghue, it means we're leaving and you can suck our balls. And dead from the earth, we're not alive. It's Saturday Not Alive, starring John Belushi, Chris Farley, Phil Hartman, Jen Hooks, Norm MacDonald, Gilda Radner, Denitra Vance, and with many other special deceased contributors. Musical guest, Gordon Lightfoot, and your host, John Quincy Adams. Everybody, John Quincy Adams. Applause, applause, applause. Shows Adams on stage along with Buck Henry. Adams, thank you for the cordial reception. Henry, and I also want to thank you for the cordial reception. Adams turns to Henry and says, can I help you, sir? Henry, oh, don't mind me, President Adams. I just refuse to leave the stage since I hosted the last episode, but don't let me bother you. Adams, very well, Henry, there's really nothing to it, Mr. President. I've done it twice myself. Adams, very well, thank you. I was the 6th President of the United States. Henry, wrong, Mr. President. You were the 2nd President of the United States. I remember reading that in history class. Adams, no, you see, that was my father, John Adams. I'm John Quincy Adams. Henry, wow, you don't say. I have to admit, I only read the first couple pages of the history book. Adams, anyway. Previous to serving as the 6th President of the United States, I also served as the nation's 8th Secretary of State. During my long diplomatic and political career, I also served as an ambassador and as a member of the United States Congress representing Massachusetts in both chambers. Applause, applause, applause. Henry, that sounds great, President Adams, but I served as host of SNL 10 times. And host of this show twice. Adams, I'm not even sure why I agreed to appear on this program. Henry, are you kidding? It's where dreams come true. Adams, I beg your pardon? Henry, Saturday Night Alive, it's where dreams come true. Whenever you're feeling blue, just put on YouTube. Perhaps light up a tube. You'll hear former presidents and comedians, and you'll hear some god-awful impressions. It's a place you can go to laugh at Joe King and hear a guy who can't really sing. It's Saturday Night Alive, where dreams come true. Applause, applause, applause. Adams, thank you. They wanted me to sing the thong song by Cisco for some reason, but I preferred yours. Anyway, we have a great show tonight. The recently departed Gordon Lightfoot is here, so get ready for sundown. We'll be right back.